Results for the Haryana and Maharashtra assembly elections are pouring in, and in Maharashtra, the Devendra Fadnavis government, led by Devendra Fadnavis government in Maharashtra, seems all set to form the government again. The numbers are very clearly, decisively in their favor. Haryana is turning out to be a very interesting election, far closer than what one had anticipated. Seems set for a photo finish from the latest figures that we saw, that we have. It's about a difference of 4 seats between the BJP and Congress, which is really quite a close finish. Now, I have with me Neelam Pandey, who covers the BJP for us and who in fact travelled extensively in Maharashtra ahead of the assembly elections. Neelam, let me begin by asking you about Maharashtra, since that seems like a very clear election now.
Yes.
Big takeaways from the results.
Well, as far as we had also witnessed, as far as Maharashtra is concerned, BJP looked quite comfortable along with its ally Shiv Sena. However, the interesting point that has emerged is that the NCP and Congress, the alliance between them, somehow NCP seems to have fared much better than Congress. So one could really question the fact that NCP should have contested on more number of seats and rather than Congress leading from the front. At the same time, as far as Maharashtra is concerned, the issues that were raised by both Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP President Amit Shah and Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, which focused on development work that has been done in Maharashtra, and at the same time Article 370, that was a recurrent theme as far as the rallies of all these three leaders was concerned, and it seemed to have had a connection. However, interesting thing to note would be the Vidarbha region, right, because that is the region where BJP traditionally has never done well. However, this time round, Senior BJP leader and Union Minister Nitin Gadkari took charge of that particular region. He did around 48 rallies, and he was quite confident that this time round they will be able to address the issues of farmers, the farm loan waiver, and at the same time the agrarian crisis. He said that if they are given another chance, they will be able to address this issue if the government is given one more chance. And it seems that there has been a connect as far as his issues are concerned. People seem to have shown their confidence in the Bharatiya Janata Party and Shiv Sena. At the same time, BJP has contested on more number of seats than Shiv Sena, something which has worked as far as this election is concerned. They have already crossed the 144 mark, which is required to form government.
Right. Now, Neelam, the last election in Maharashtra was the first time Fadnavis became Chief Minister. This is an election that has been fought in his name. Of course, Narendra Modi is there as always there in BJP as a larger-than-life personality. But this election has been fought in his name. Now, does it mean that Fadnavis has arrived as a leader, as a strong regional leader in his own right? And I'll tell you why I ask this, because in the last three assembly elections, whether it's Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra or Rajasthan, we saw three strong BJP stalwarts lose their position. So has Fadnavis now emerged as the next regional leader of the BJP?
Yes, as far as Fadnavis is concerned, one of the major things that we noticed in the campaigning for assembly election is concerned that it was quite clear that the party was fighting the elections on the basis of Fadnavis's work, and at the same time he took charge of the entire state. The number of rallies that he did was around 70 to 80, which means a lot. He was quite sure that he is going to contest these elections on his name rather than concentrating too much on Prime Minister Narendra Modi or even BJP President Amit Shah. So we can definitely say that he is all set to be in Maharashtra for another 5 years, and he has arrived on the political scene as far as Maharashtra is concerned. He is the first chief minister to have completed a full term as far as CM in Maharashtra. BJP is concerned, and at the same time, this time he was the one who was the main negotiator when it came to dealing with Shiv Sena as far as the number of seats was also concerned. But I would like to ask, as far as Haryana is concerned, that is emerging to be much more interesting, because Haryana is one place where Congress seems to be doing pretty well, including JJP. So how do you see that?
No, Neelam, the results for Haryana at this point are extremely blurred. But we have with us Deeksha, who travelled to Haryana, and she's going to tell us a little more. Deeksha, surprising results in terms of, everybody was talking about the factionalism in the Congress in Haryana, and that was so public and bitter, and the fact that there was no leader who was taking charge, unlike in the BJP where there was Khattar who whatever the turbulent term he had, he had smoothened it out by the end. So what do you make of these results?
Ruhi, so see, there's a bunch of very interesting things that have happened in Haryana. One, we saw that there was a change in leadership, especially at the last moment, when former Chief Minister Bhupinder Hooda was roped in to lead a campaign in the state. Now, he ran a very high-powered campaign. If you look at his schedule, you'll see that he was addressing rally after rally, doing meetings, public meetings after public meetings. So Congress's attempt in Haryana was definitely visible. Even when I traveled through most of the constituencies that I went to, some of them including Kiloi, which is a Hooda family bastion, you couldn't walk 200-300 meters without seeing a Congress insignia or a Congress logo. So this high-powered campaign that we were seeing there has clearly come together. Then, of course, there is this entire the death of the INLD, the breakaway faction, Janta Jan Nayak
Well,
Party.
that is an interesting point. JGP is doing very well. Was that
leading
visible on the
11
ground?
seats. Yes, it's leading on 11 seats. So because INLD has ceased to exist as an option in Haryana, mostly for the Jat voter, what we are seeing is that Congress and JJP are both benefiting from it. So Dushyant Chautala's party now looks set to be in a position to play kingmaker in the state.
Right. Well, as we said, trends are still pouring in, but who took charge of the campaign in Haryana as far as Congress is concerned? Because what we have seen with the Congress is when there is a strong state leader who's allowed to take charge, the Congress does well, whether it was Punjab under Amrinder Singh or whether it was Rajasthan under Sachin Pilot and Gehlot or Madhya Pradesh under Kamal Nath and Sindhya. So whenever strong state leaders are put in front instead of the party top leadership, which seems to be a little, not particularly popular, it does well. So what happened in Haryana? Who took charge?
So, like I said, it was former Chief Minister Bhupinder Hooda and his team that exactly led the campaign. That man was taking he's of course a true blue politician. He was taking a chopper from constituency to constituency and he toured all of Haryana. And I think we can see that the early trends are showing that there has been impact. Right. Congress sources in Haryana are also saying that the anti-incumbency factor against the Khattar government, it was a mixed opinion when you spoke to voters in Haryana, when you spoke about Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar. While some of them hailed him for his efficiency and for the kind of fairness he'd introduced in the job market, there were other people who were upset with the government. So I think both of these things are coming together, especially for the Congress party, which is leading on 32 seats right now in the state.
Now, what is interesting, Deeksha, is in that the Lok Sabha polls that happened just 3 months ago or 4 months ago, BJP won all 10 seats in Haryana. Congress did not win a single seat. Big leaders like Dipender Hooda also lost, although by a small margin. Does it show that the voter is now very smartly being able to distinguish between assembly elections and general elections and not blindly voting in the name of Modi?
Definitely. That was one of the most striking things when you went across constituencies in Haryana, because what you saw was that the voters said that when they thought about Vidhan Sabha, they were thinking about local politics. They were thinking about caste equations. They were evaluating their candidates very carefully. Most of them felt that they had already given Prime Minister Narendra Modi a chance in the Lok Sabha election. They said that they had voted for him at the centre, including the Jat voters. They said that they believed in Prime Minister Narendra Modi to lead the nation. But when it came to the states, even an issue like Article 370, which was Bharatiya Janata Party's major poll plank this season, couldn't take off. Right. It did not find resonance with the voters who said that Article 370, yes, of course the BJP government has done it, it's a good move, but it impacts Jammu and Kashmir and not us in Haryana. Right. We are looking at different things. We are facing agrarian distress, we are looking at an unemployment situation.
More local issues.
Yes, definitely. So that kind of pulse seems to have taken the election as early trends in favor of the Congress.
Right. Now I'm in a unique position because I have on one side Neelam Pandey, who covers the BJP, and on the other Deeksha, who covers the Congress. So before we close, very quick comments from both of you on what the respective parties that you cover would be thinking of at this point in terms of both Haryana and Maharashtra.
Well, as far as Maharashtra is concerned, the BJP obviously seems quite confident as far as the early trends are concerned and seems set to form the government. However, they will definitely be disappointed if the early trends from Haryana are to go by. And at the same time, it clearly shows that Khattar probably was not able to address the issues of agrarian distress, employment. Employment is one issue that the opposition really pointed out, and at the same time economic slowdown, because that is one issue the BJP did not include it in any of their rallies or speeches or even try to address it, and something which the opposition did raise as far as these elections are concerned. So it seems Article 370 may have worked for Devendra Fadnavis, but as far as Khattar is concerned, it seems
Doesn't seem to have worked as well.
exactly. Yeah.
Deeksha?
if Haryana votes the way it does, it will definitely be a vindication for the Congress leadership, especially in Haryana, which had been clamoring for the removal of its former Haryana Congress unit chief Ashok Tawar. I mean, this vote will be seen as a stamp on Bhupinder Huda's efficacy, especially in politics and electoral politics. And the party will obviously be looking to perhaps reach a kind of an agreement with Janta Jan Nayak Party, JJP, with Dushyant Chautala. Although there are reports that he's being offered CM-ship, but there will, I believe, be a more nuanced conversation on that factor, on that front. And yes, perhaps Congress will have a reason to celebrate.
To smile a little bit after a long time.
Definitely.
Well, to conclude very quickly, two big things. I think takeaway for the BJP would be that they would, ahead of the Delhi Assembly elections next year, would now want to fight it in Modi's name, because it seems to have become fairly clear, Fadnavis is an exception, that when they fight an election in Modi's name, they do well. And if they leave it to a state leader, like it was in the Assembly elections at the end of the last year, or it's Khattar, they seem to struggle a little bit. For the Congress, big lesson is allow regional leaders to work, allow regional leaders to be the face. Do not impose a central leadership, because whenever you do that, you don't do well. And when you allow the state leadership to go ahead, then you seem to be doing very well as far as states are concerned. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll come back with many more videos in the course of the day. Do track our live blog on our website, ThePrint.in, for the latest updates on these assembly election results.